SEIFI Horror Vault channel presents the Digital Nightstalker.
Episode 2, Another Abandoned Warehouse.
Cut 2. Name, Jack Randall, aka the Digital Nightstalker. Physical description, late 40s, rugged with a red face, piercing blue eyes, and salt and pepper hair. His appearance reflects years of hard work and sleepless nights. Wise, Jack has seen and learned a lot from his years of investigating the supernatural. His experiences have given him a deep understanding of human nature and the dark forces that lurk in the world. Cynical, his wisdom comes with a heavy dose of cynicism. He often expects the worst and is rarely surprised when things go wrong. In T, Jack's office, night, flashback. The room is dimly lit by the glow of computer screens and a flickering desk lamp. Papers, old newspapers, and digital equipment are scattered across the desk. A stack of books on the supernatural and investigative journalism is piled high.
Cut to Ext, abandoned factory, night. Jack steps out of his car, flashlight in hand. He looks around. The only sounds are his footsteps and the distant call of an owl. Jack Randall, speaking into a recorder. Jack Randall, initial entry. Location, abandoned factory near the Piedmont. Reports of strange activity. Let's see if the stories hold any truth. Cut to Inti, abandoned factory, night. Jack enters the factory, the flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. The inside is filled with rusted machinery and broken windows. Shadows dance on the walls as the flashlight moves. Narrator, VO. The deeper I went, the stronger the sense of unease, as if the very air was alive with anticipation. Cut to medium shot of Jack. He stops, listening intently. A faint, eerie sound echoes through the factory. Jack Randall whispering. What the hell was that? Narrator, VO. Little did I know the horrors that awaited were far beyond any story I had ever told.
Aim, Dr. Miss Jackson, rational. Miss Jackson approaches every situation with logic and reason, relying on scientific methods and evidence. Compassionate. She deeply cares about the people affected by supernatural occurrences and is driven by a desire to help them. 1. Flashback to her brother's disappearance. In T. Family home. Night. Flashback. A young Miss Jackson, around years old, and her younger brother, Daniel, 8, play in their bedroom. Their parents argue in the background, tension in the air. Daniel, scared. Do you think they'll stop fighting, Missy? Miss Jackson, reassuring. Don't worry, Danny, everything will be okay. Suddenly, the lights flicker, and a strange, eerie sound fills the room. Daniel looks towards the window, entranced. Daniel, what's that? Before young Miss Jackson can react, Daniel is vanished without a trace. Young Miss Jackson screams for her parents. Miss Jackson, young, Danny, Mum, Dad, help! Cut to Inti family home, night, present. Miss Jackson, now an adult, stands in the same room looking at a photo of her and Daniel. The pain of his disappearance is still fresh in her eyes. Miss Jackson whispering, I will find out what happened to you, Danny, I promise.
In shadows it creeps, no brace. Silent hunter, no face. Digits glitch in cold space. Darkness whispers embrace. Lurking thoughts, a haunted dream. Metallic heart scream. Echoed steps on neon beam. Fears unravel seams. Digital night stalker here. In the void you'll disappear. Echoes of your every tear. No escape from digital fear. Where the code is ghostly bright. Flashing circuits take the night. Binary hearts beat with fright. Virtual becomes our plight. Pulse of shadows never sleeps. Binary bloodline rapes. Specters of the dark it keeps. Every soul it silently sweeps. Digital night stalker here. In the void you'll disappear. Echoes of your every tear. No escape from digital fear. Digital night stalker here. In the void you'll disappear. Echoes of your every tear. No escape from digital fear.
Giant small-town library night. Jack and Miss Jackson sit surrounded by ancient texts discussing their next steps. Jack, you seem pretty driven. What got you into this line of work? Miss Jackson, sighing. When I was a kid, my brother disappeared, right in front of me. One moment he was there, the next he was gone. No one could explain it. Not the police, not the scientists, no one. Jack, understanding. That's rough. I've seen a lot of strange things, but that must have been terrifying. Miss Jackson, nodding. It was. That's why I became a scientist. To find answers. To prove that everything can be explained. But now I'm not so sure. Jack, sincerely. Some things are beyond explanation, but that doesn't mean we can't fight them.
Jack and Miss Jackson scramble to their feet, their flashlights flickering wildly. The entity in the center of the room grows larger, its amorphous form stretching towards them with tendrils of otherworld matter. Jack, shouting over the noise, "We need to get out of here!" Miss Jackson, eyes wide, mix of fear and fascination. "No, we can't leave now. This is what we came for." The entity suddenly lunges forward, a massive tentacle-like appendage swiping at them. They dive opposite directions, narrowly on its grasp. Tackles behind a piece of machinery, heart-pounding. He sees Miss Jackson on the other side of the room, fumbling with something in her back. "Evelyn, what are you doing?" She pulls out a strange device, a mix of advanced technology and arcane symbols etched into its surface. "Miss Jackson, it's a containment field generator. If I can activate it, we might be able to trap the entity." The alien monster roars, sound shaking the very foundations of the factory. It lashes out at him, this time catching Jack's leg and dragging him across the floor. Jack! Evelyn! Help! Miss Jackson activates the device, which emits a pulsing blue light. The entity recoils, releasing Jack. He scrambles away, limping badly. Miss Jackson, her voice with effort. Jack, I need your help. The device needs more power. Jack looks around frantically, spotting an old electrical panel on the wall. He limps towards it, ducking the entity's attacks. He rips open the panel, grabbing exposed wires. Sparks fly as he connects them to Miss Jackson's device. The containment field expands, pushing back against the entity. The alien monster thrashes wildly, its form distorted as it fights against the energy field. In that moment, facing a horror beyond human comprehension, we stood our ground. The line between investigator and defender blurred. The entity lets out an ear-splitting shriek, its form collapsing in on itself. The air crackles with energy as the containment field compresses, forcing the alien monster into a smaller and smaller space. Miss Jackson! It's working! We're doing it! Suddenly the device starts to spark and smoke. The containment field flickers dangerously. Jack! Evelyn! It's overloading! Miss Jackson! Just a little longer. The alien monster makes one last desperate attempt to break free, its form stretching and twisting pestily. Jack and Miss Jackson brace themselves, pouring every ounce of strength into maintaining the field. The device glows white hot, the symbols etched on its surface pulsing with an otherworldly light. With a final, deafening roar, the entity implodes. A shockwave of energy blasts through the room, knocking Jack and Jackson off. Fade to white, fade in, circular chamber, insulated with dust cells. Jack and Miss Jackson slice it up, dazed but alive. Where the entity once was, there's now only a scorched circle on the floor. Is it over? Miss Jackson, checking her device. I think so. The readings are normal. Whatever that thing was, it's gone now. We look at each other. The weight of what they've just experienced is settling in. We had faced the unknown and survived. But as the adrenaline faded, we realized this was just the beginning. What other horrors lurked in the shadows, waiting to become